In this video, I'm going to share with you how you can get started in property as a young student. Welcome to the Assets for Life YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe with the notification bell right now. Hey, leave me a comment below and I'll get back to you really fast. And stay tuned for videos that I release every single week. My name's Liam Ryan. I'm one of the co-founders of Assets for Life, and I have been investing in property since I was 22 years of age. Wow, I can't believe it. That's like 17 years ago, and I've done everything right. I've done everything wrong. I've had ups, I've had downs, but I am now a professional property investor. And I work with a lot of people from all different backgrounds, all different ages. And I just wish that I'd started even before I was 22. I also wish that when I started, I had the right type of help, support and mentoring, because my first time round in property was pretty painful to say the least. It wasn't that the game was wrong, is that the player wasn't playing it right. And I actually lost a lot of money in property first time round, and I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I did. Now, I believe that there's no barrier to entry when building a property portfolio. It's available to anyone. It doesn't matter who you are or where you're from or what your situation is. And if you're watching this video now and you are a student and you're like 18, 19, 20 years of age, or if you're watching the video and you know someone that's 18, 19, 20, 21, then I would highly recommend that you take the necessary steps and you get started in property as quickly as possible. Now, I'm not saying the traditional education system is all bad. There is a place in the market for it, but you know what? They don't teach us at school or college or universities about wealth creation, about assets, liabilities, earned income, passive income, and you might be in a position where you've been told to go get good grades, work hard, get a good job, work for 40 years and retire on a pension. Well, we know how that works out for lots and lots of people. It's not a good deal. So what I recommend is starting in property at a relatively young age. 18, 19, 20, 21 is a great age to get started. And I would be focusing on high cash flowing models, and you can get involved with property, rent to rent deals, HMOs or serviced accommodation. Deal packaging is a great way to make money in property, and deal packaging, you can do this in your spare time, when you're not studying. You can get out and view properties on a Saturday, when you've got maybe a study day or you have half day at college or university. I would be getting absolutely obsessed with becoming a professional property investor. So what are some of the things that you can be doing? You can use some of your student loan to help you build up some pots of capital which you can use towards growing a rent-to-rent, serviced accommodation or HMO business. Like, you can go and get property deals over the line for £2,000, £3,000, £4,000. So stop the partying, stop wasting your money, and save some of that student loan to build up small pots of capital, because with rent to rent deals, you don't even have to go and buy the asset. It's not like you've got to save up 25% of the purchase price. It's not like you've got to go and get a mortgage. You can literally control other people's properties. You can go out to existing landlords and say, hey, I will rent the property from you in my company name. I'll give you X amount per month for the rent, so you take on that liability. And in return, what I want to do is use this as serviced accommodation or a HMO, a house in multiple occupancy, and you then keep the balance. So money in minus money out will give you cash flow every month. And did you know that a rent-to-rent HMO or serviced accommodation deal will net you in the region of about £1,000 per calendar month? So you don't need many of these properties to put you in a very, very good position while you're doing your A-levels, while you're going through university. It's a really smart thing to do. You can build up an asset-backed business while studying to give you some freedom, so then when you finish university, you've got some more choices. You're not then in a position where you necessarily need to go and get a job. And I've met lots and lots and lots of graduates, like they're really smart people. You know, they've got first degrees, they've got PhDs, I've met people that have got masters, and they literally cannot get a job and they are skint. So the number one rule is to build an asset-backed business that's going to give you some income. I mentioned earlier in the video that you could also go out there and package deals. One of the highest key result areas for property investors is finding deals and also finding the money, finding deals and finding the money. And maybe you're a student and you're like, man, you know, like I live on the breadline, I don't have much spare capital available. Do not allow the lack of money to get in the way of your future success. The earlier you start, the quicker you're going to get the results. And hey, we're not saying you're going to go and do 20, 30 deals in your first year. I just want you to get focused on the fact that as a young student, you could do 1, 2, 3 deals a year, if not more, depending on how much time you have, and you can go and package deals. Now, in the communities, and we've got the Assets for Life community, there's people there that have got money, but they haven't got the deal. And maybe they've not had the time to find the deal. Maybe they're not building the right types of relationships with agents and vendors. And this is where you can come in. As long as you've got access to a phone, as long as you've got access to a laptop, as long as you can go and have a decent conversation, you can get out there and you can start speaking to agents, you can start looking for deals online, you can start making the approach, you can find really good deals, and typically you can sell a rent-to-rent HMO or serviced accommodation deal to an investor like me between £3,000 and £5,000. Yes, £3,000 to £5,000. If you secure, let's say, a 5-year contract with the landlord, you could sell that for £1,000 per year. And there are literally thousands and thousands of people across the UK, investors like me, that would snap your hand off if you found us a high cash flowing property deal to invest into. Now, you've only got to do, let's say you've done one every 2 months and you package 6 deals a year, and let's say you package them at £4,000 a deal. That's £24,000 income into your business, and you don't even have to go and buy the asset. What can you then do with that 24,000? You can use that to fund your own rent-to-rent deals, or you can use that money as a deposit for your first buy-to-let investment. And there's many properties across the UK where you can buy low, you can rent high, and then you actually start to own the assets. Imagine being like 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and you start buying 1 or 2 assets a year. Fast forward 10 years, you are going to be, well, a high probability, you are going to become a property millionaire. You are going to have massive, massive cash flow. And then the very thing that you've studied for, you're not going out to that workplace because you need to earn the money. You're doing it simply because you love what you've studied for. And if you end university and you can't even get a job, then who cares? Then just go into property full time and just keep scaling and scaling and scaling. There's so many ways in which you can make money as a property investor. And I would just suggest starting off with high cash flowing assets, easy time in, maximum result out. And if you're in a position where you've literally got no access to funds, then guess what? You can go out to friends, family members, other graduates, get yourself to networking events. Where there's a will, there's a way. There is a mountain of opportunity in the UK right now. So the sooner you start, the sooner you're going to get the result. I absolutely love working with younger people because I just wish that I had the help and support and guidance. So what do you need to do? Get a great mentor. Get yourself the knowledge. Get around other property professionals. Listen to audiobooks, read books, get obsessed with Rightmove, go out to all the agents. There's a very simple step-by-step system you can follow. It's called the Property Freedom Formula. It's a formula that I have created with my business partner over a number of years, and it works. If I can do it, you can do it. So get out there, guys, and start building a portfolio right now to give you big cash flow. Hey, so I really hope you've enjoyed this video and it's given you some inspiration and motivation to get out there and start building a property business. I am a best-selling author, bricks, mortar and other people's money. So if you want to know how to build a property business using none of your own money, then get yourself to Amazon. You can buy this for about $9.99, or in the description below there's a link. Click on that link and you can access my book completely free of charge. If I can do it, you can do it, and I'll see you in one of the next videos. Take care.